All right. Hello. Just want to make sure this is running well. If I can hear myself. Yeah, it looks like everything is going good. I'm just gonna take off my earbud. I was monitoring my sound on my laptop, so that's why I'm doing this whole thing, making sure I sound okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna start. Hello and welcome to my OBS autobiography project. I hope you guys enjoy my short introduction about my life. I've tried to include fun photos and videos of me over the years for people to enjoy. Yeah, no, and starting off with my favorite right here, me with the sunglasses doing the air guns at my at the camera. That is cool. Anyway, let's start off with theme parks. What I did when I was a child. Growing up in Orlando, most of the amusements we had here were the theme parks. I never really had any annual passes like growing up, but I feel like it's just kind of like. But I feel like just being an Orlando resident nets you at least a few visits to some of the parks one way or another. And here it was, I was not very happy to be at Holy Land. It was like the one day that they like did free tickets, and yeah, my mom sprung up on the opportunity to take us, and I didn't like waiting in line for 3 hours to like maybe get in, but. It wasn't really that fun in the end anyway. But yeah, here we ended up going to SeaWorld. My favorite part was looking at the different fish inside of that long tunnel that they have that you walk through. You can see my sister and I are glued to the glass looking at the different kinds of fish. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was really cool, you know what I mean? As a kid, going to an aquarium is a novel thing. And then on the picture to the right over here, you see me as a kid over there on the left. I was a little bit more hesitant about this. I'm pretty sure this was like the manta ray enclosure that they had, and I don't know, the manta rays kind of scared me when I was a kid. They just kind of looked funny, not funny, I guess, scary to be honest. But yeah, let's see. My hobbies when I was a kid. Soccer. This is gonna be a slideshow. You guys will see more photos. Soccer and crafts. I was never the biggest sports fan, but I was always pushed to be active. And the only sport I really knew that existed at that point was soccer. So I decided to go ahead and try that. I wasn't very good, and it was not my strong suit. But I had always and still really do enjoy crafts. So the robot one in particular, you'll see it soon here again. This robot one in particular is what I had to do for my 5th grade class for Veterans Day. If you can see it written on there, it says "Thank you, veterans, you rock." And then I just made a robot. I don't know. 12-year-olds like robots, I guess. Don't ask me too much about it. Yeah. So, as much as I would love to show you pictures of myself in middle school, I was extremely camera shy. So we are going to go ahead and skip to high school. At this point, I had followed my enjoyment of the crafts and pursued different arts, like choir in middle school, and then going straight into theater in high school. I really like these photos. The one on the left here is me, my first year at State, and I don't know, you walk around, you see cool things, and how to read a book on how to read. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And then, yeah, I asked my friend to take a photo of it for me. And then here is, on the right, I'm doing a scene. I'm not really sure which one it was. This is for, like, a district or some, like, thespians thing. And then that's Charles right there holding up my body. I'm supposed to be dead. Amazing, right? Yeah. Let me check. Ooh, the script is it's hard to keep my it's hard to keep track of my place. So yeah, when I got to high school, theater was really the only extracurricular I did. There was like a semester I did water polo, but like I don't really count it. We literally like lost every single game, so it it doesn't count. But yeah, I committed most of my time to it. Both of the plays each years, the district and the state competitions, the several classes I had to take, and even the Theater Honor Society, which is the whole like thespians thing. It was just a system, like a point system to keep track of how many shows you were a part of in high school. And then yeah, these are just different photos of me doing said shows in high school. The three over here in the bottom are Zombie Prom. The one on the right is an audition, or not audition, rehearsal for it, and the one on the top is a senior scene I helped be a part of when I was a freshman. And this was my senior scene here when I was a senior. So basically how these works is the fourth one, you directed a scene and you introduced it in a showcase at the end of the year. It was really cool and I liked working a lot.
You directed a scene from the play Rhinoceros by UNESCO.
This is
The
my
play
introduction.
Rhinoceros is really about growth thinking, about mentality.
I'm gonna like
reveals
skip
how
through
even
it.
people you wouldn't expect to succumb to the majority and drop their ideals
Ish.
to be part of what everyone else is doing. So I chose the scene because it really highlights the absurdity, the entire play, and how crazy the scenario is about people turning into rhinoceroses.
I'm sure this sounds okay.
I had such a fantastic time directing with these fantastic group of actors, and I've learned a lot. I'm sure they have learned a lot through this whole process, and I'm just really.
And then yeah, so basically, I like directed a scene and with like a bunch of other kids and students. It was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. We handpicked each of them and like worked with them on the projects and stuff. It was a good time. So recently, not in high school, graduated, COVID happened, and then I decided I need to invest a lot more of my time and energy into traveling when I can. So yeah, I haven't been doing much theater as much as I really miss it. I have been doing other things like traveling and whatnot. And you see it right here. Here I'm in New York. The one on the right, I'm in Portugal. It was a great time. And then, yeah, more recently, here's some more videos of my Portugal travels. Here on the left, I'm with my friend Grayson. We're just sitting in the lobby waiting before lunch so we can go off to somewhere. And then, cool thing about the one on the right here, this is actually a library that the writer for Harry Potter took inspiration for. Some of the architecture, which I thought was cool. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. I think I'm over time. That really sucks. Yeah, 7 minutes. Well, I guess I'm gonna do round 2. Good to know. I have enough time to go over. All right. I'll be back. Hello and welcome to my OBS autobiography project. I hope you guys enjoy my short introduction about my life. I tried to include fun photos and videos of me over the years for people to enjoy, and we're starting off strong with one of my favorites. I love the sunglasses and the finger guns, 12-year-old me just knew what's up. So early childhood, what I did a lot, theme parks. Growing up in Orlando, most of the amusement we had here was theme parks. I mean, we have other things really, but Disney World, Universal, it's Orlando. I never really had any annual passes, however, but I feel like just being an Orlando resident nets you at least a few visits to some of the theme parks one way or another. This is a photo of me going to Holy Land when I was a kid. I don't know if you can tell, but I really didn't like it at all. This is one of the days where they had like free, they had like a free ticket thing you can go, and I waited in line forever, and I was not having a good time. Here we ended up going to SeaWorld. My favorite part was looking at the different fish inside of that long tunnel thing that they had. If you look picture here on the left, you can see my sister and I are glued to the glass looking at the different types of fish. I just thought it was really cool. I didn't know what the concept of an aquarium was. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. And then yeah, on the right, pretty sure that was the manta ray exhibit thing. I was honestly really scared of it because, like, I don't know, manta rays are kind of scary. They look scary, I guess, when you're a kid. Now it's like whatever. I don't think I'd be too afraid. But then hobbies that I did when I was a kid. I was never really the biggest sports fan, but I was always pushed to be really active when I was a kid. And the only sport I really knew that existed at that point was soccer. So I was like, eh, might as well try it out. Wasn't really my strong suit though. I realized very young age I am not good at sports. Yeah. So, but I had always and still do really enjoy crafts. The last picture, it'll rotate around again. Is the robot one is the one I had to do for a 5th grade project for Veterans Day. We're gonna say thanks, veterans. You rock. And I don't know, 12-year-olds like robots. They're pretty cool. So I decided to make a robot. So as much as I would love to show pictures of myself in middle school, I was extremely camera shy. So we're gonna go ahead and skip that and go to high school. At this point, I had followed my enjoyment of crafts and pursued different arts like choir in middle school and then theater in high school. These 2 pictures are from when I was doing theater. The left one I wasn't acting, but I was doing, going to it was like a state, competition, I guess, for like different theater stuff. And we were walking around, had to read a book. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Asked my friend to take a photo of me. And then here we're doing, on the right is like some scene for districts. It's like a thespian thing. And yeah, so when I got in high school, theater really was the only extracurricular I did. And I committed most of my time to it. I did like half a year of water polo, but like I didn't really count it. It was just not, we lost every single game. It doesn't count. So, yeah. So I committed most of my time to it. Both of the plays each year. I did the district and the state competitions, several classes that we had to take, being part of the theater honor society, like thespians, which is really boiled down to just like a point system to like track how many like shows you were a part of throughout the course of high school. And then yeah, these are just photos of like different shows I was in or different like scenes I was a part of or like rehearsals really. Yeah, it was a good time. I like really enjoyed it. This is, let me remind it here. This is a senior scene that I did. So all those theater classes accumulate. And then in the 4th one, the final project you do is a senior directed scene. And it's introduced, well, you introduce it in a showcase, and you like present it, talk about the play, all that kind of stuff. It was a really cool experience. It was a lot of work putting into it, especially making the director's book, which is like, I don't know, I had to get like a 5-inch binder to like fit everything in there. It was not fun.
The directed scene from the play Rhinoceros by Eugene Ionesco. The play Rhinoceros is really about group thinking, mob mentality, and reveals how even people you wouldn't expect to succumb to the majority and drop their ideals to be part of what everyone else is doing. So I chose the scene because it really highlights the absurdity of the entire play.
I was very
crazy the scenario is about people turning into rhinoceroses are. I fumble over a lot of it. Directing with these fantastic group of actors, and we've Manager. I have Ellie Slick playing Daisy. I have Blake Gatley Gold.
Yeah, and then yeah, I just worked with all these actors. They were great. Doing it was a lot of fun because I just got to like dissect a bunch of the play, and yeah, it was a really good time. Honestly, probably one of my favorite projects I had ever had to do in high school. And then, but as chapters do, they always come to a close. So I graduated, and then first year college, COVID hit. So recently I've decided to pour a lot more of my time and energy into traveling while I can. So yeah, I haven't been doing as much theater as I really do enjoy it and I miss it, but I decided to dedicate a lot of to do that. And then yeah, I visited a bunch of places, or not a bunch, I guess. I just visited some places. 2 years ago, I went to New York on the left, and then also went to Portugal over there on the right with my family and some friends. It was a very, very, very good time, and I loved it. Here is some more footage, or like videos of that trip. Here on the left, I'm with my friend Grayson, waiting in the lobby before lunch, get ready to, go out and do our thing. And then on the right here, it is a photo that my mom recorded of a library. Fun fact, actually, J.K. Rowling took this and used inspiration for like one of the Harry Potter things. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope that you enjoyed my little autobiography, and thank you everyone who let me use their photos for this. I really, really appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna cut time there. I don't really know how he really wants me to do this. Here is the my thing that I used for this. These are all the different scenes that I had. So I started off with intro, childhood, and then as I went on, I would like cut between all these different scenes all the way to the very end of the credits. This is the like folder I have organized for it, I guess, the different sources I have in each scene. I controlled my audio here, and then this is where I have my script for everything. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. I hope this is acceptable.